All right, always the fun part of starting this badass Camaro Z28. That's always the fun time, and who doesn't just love getting in a car? It makes some noise, everybody. What another beautiful day here in Virginia. That time of the year to change the seasons here, and the really hot weather's kind of gone away for the moment. Now, does it last? I don't know. Wow, listen to that, everybody. Woohoo! Come on. The Chevy man. That's true. That's really where I came from, was Chevy. I was never a Ford guy. I was never a Mustang guy. It's crazy to think how many Mustangs I own, how many Fords I own. And at the end of the day, it's all about the Chevy product. This thing's just so badass. It's so fun. All right, and I saved this one for the kid. And that's the thing I was saying to my channel is, boy, I tell you, there was some pretty tense times there for a while. And it was just like, wow. I was on the page getting rid of the Honda CBR 1000RR. Thank God they didn't give me money for it to make sense. I was on the page of selling the Harley-Davidson Street Glide ST and the Lowrider ST. And once again, the values didn't have any sense to be able to get rid of them because I was trapped in them because the debts were too high. So it's just incredible. But at the same time, I was like, you know, I don't know, man. Things are going way too fast. You ever had that in your life happen? Like, things are just going too fast. And maybe you need to slow things down and take a little time out. And thank God I did, because here's the dilemma, everybody. So if people know my channel really well, the problem is, once this stuff goes away, I don't have the credit worthiness to buy stuff back anymore. If I just let these Harleys go, Harley-Davidson Financial now hates my guts because I gave back a Fast Johnny that isn't worth but half of what I owe on it. So that's going to be a bill down the road for me to have to deal with. So once again, the point of the conversation is, if I was to sell or get rid of this stuff, the only way I'm going to get it back is I'm about to pay cash. I'm about to write a check today to buy a $30,000, $20,000 motorcycle, which I'm not in position to do that, nor do I really want to do that. That's a lot of money. And it'd be a thing of, you know, oh gosh, you know, what am I doing now? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? So here we go. Let's see at the back end. I always forget to paint this. I got to remember to paint this. I got to remember this. Got to remember to get my spare tire. Shut up, but this is a heavy door. I got to remember to get my spare tire fixed too. So there's the Rocket, which some people wondered what happened to that. So we got to get that out of the way. And do I bring it back in the shop? Possibly. Possibly. So let's get this bad boy out of here first. I love how this has an off-on house battery. That's huge. It's huge. And that's a great idea. So, all right, let's see if she powers up. Yep, she does. Okay, but I got to focus now, getting this thing out of here and not falling over holding the phone. That bike is so badass. That motor, it just rumbles. It just rumbles between your legs. Bike. I mean, it just rumbles. Now here's something that's interesting. If you really have the eye, like Gail the inspector on the channel. It's weird. Gail hasn't been really saying much here lately on the channel. Hope you're okay out there, Gail. She kind of seemed to have disappeared. Maybe there's so many comments, everybody. Once again, thank you very much for all the nice comments supporting the channel, supporting my daughter, supporting the family. You have no idea how powerful that is. It is super powerful. So thank you, thank you, thank you over and over again. Like I say, so many comments. I'm sure some have got lost in there. My apologies if I didn't respond. Wasn't intentional. Overwhelming what's going on in my life right now. It is. So if you have the eye, you'll notice that my motorcycles registered in my name don't say I'm under 21 years old. So here's a giveaway that couldn't be my motorcycle. So that motorcycle is registered in my daughter's name because she was a minor, or she wasn't 21. She is now. My daughter is now 21 years old. But when she bought this, oh gosh, here's this one neighbor that walks up and down my street. I have but no choice right now to go grab Gypsy. This lady drives me nuts. This lady is the worst. She has to walk, and she'll walk up and down 5 times today. This is going to be so bad if I can't get the dogs. Looky here. Here, puppies. Looky here. Because Gypsy be down there. I haven't put the fence line up. She's, oh my God. God, you're nuts, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. My wife just picked up Prince. Yes. So everybody, you're going to see later this afternoon. Prince, now to me, very interesting, even for me. How do the dogs acclimate back? You know, I'm a little concerned about that because Prince has been away from property now for basically 4 months. So it's going to be interesting to see if you can only hope and pray. He's a very good dog when he's down there. He's a very laid-back dog. So I can only hope that that continues to be up here and all the dogs acclimate and there's nothing going on with that. But thank God. Woo! So the wife pulled off, kind of bringing the olive branch to the situation. But back to the bikes, let's talk about something else. Back to the bikes, so anyways, this bike needs to be updated registration. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get one of my existing Florida tags, because she's not under 21 anymore, and change out the tag while I get her registration done. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. So she's legal, but she's not going to be riding this overnight. This will be probably a little later down the road. I definitely see her on this bike. It's a much lighter motorcycle, more nimble for her. So I can definitely see her on this, no problem. I think she's better off on this. Well, the Honda's so much lighter, so it's probably a better idea to do that, but who knows? But here we go. Let's make some rumble, everybody. It's incredible, even these things. Well, you know what? I brought these things out here from sitting in the shop, and I didn't wipe them down. So that's why they're so dirty. So let me unplug the battery tender. And I got the dogs locked up in the office because it just isn't worth this woman. But what you didn't hear, I kind of got interrupted here because the wife called me when I turned off my phone, is what drives me crazy. And I know people say, but anybody can ride where they want. I understand that. But what makes no sense to me is this is a very nice incline hill that gives you a very nice, little bit more of a walk. And so, like this woman here, so the other day, she walked back and forth in front of my property three times, if not maybe 4, because I didn't know she was out here the first time. I don't know, but 3 times for sure. So now, she's going to come back, and she's going to do the exact same thing. Where now, this area here, for the most part, is locked down. That's not. So it'd be kind of like, can you just go up there? Because then Gypsy's probably not going to get out and be a problem with you. But instead, she's going to walk down there where it's going to be a problem. So now, the dogs have to be locked up until I know for sure that this woman has stopped walking her dog. And I know some people are like, dude, I get that. But when you think of common courtesy to your neighbor, you'd be like, look, I saw the guy going out of his way to fence his line. Whatever. Whatever. I know, shut the hell up. I get it. All right, make some noise. Yes, so we have more exciting news. And once again, it'll be interesting to see Prince. So I'm going to be an 8-dog guy once again, everybody. So this bike has not been ridden since last year. Is that right, everybody? I don't even know. I can't tell you, honestly, when the last time this bike was ridden. How many miles are on the bike? So you probably have a 449 miles. Wow. So, yeah, I get all that. So where's the button for that? I can't remember. I don't know. Is it this? It is. All right. So now low pressure tire. Go up here. But we're not worried about that. I'll do that later. Yeah. So nothing radical. But all right. So she's in gear. So I got to take her and put her in neutral if I can. Okay. There it is. So let's hear her. All right, 1 down, 1 more to go, and wow, everybody. You know, just riding that myself, it was kind of like yikes. It was literally yikes because I haven't really been riding a Street Glide, and the Harleys are a little more of a heavy bike. So you can be riding a bike, you know, if you're not really doing this all the time. That's the thing about riding bikes. Either you got to be riding or you're not. And especially these heavy Harley Davidson touring bikes. If you're not on these things on a consistent basis, you're kidding yourself. You lose your confidence because it's a lot of bike. Now this is a much more nimble bike, but it's still a good amount of weight. So let's get this one started here. Get on this one here. Ugh. Straddle it. Unplug my battery tender. Put up my kickstand. See, here's a kickstand. If I didn't do that, that'd be a fiasco. Turn her on. Let's get the bike in gear, but the foot controls are so different. For me, this is too tight. I'm too tight on this bike. I'm crouched. This bike to me is too small. So 1,344 miles are on this motorcycle. And how I get the screen to change, I can't remember. So, did we do the first oil change in this thing? I think we did. You don't even know. That's terrible, everybody. Did we do the first service on this bike? At 1,000 miles, you're supposed to do it. I'm going to have to ask the kid. Yikes. And this bike here is all out exhaust. Listen to this thing here. Favorite motors. I love the whole theme that's like the gold, the bronze. I mean, just beautiful. Beautiful. What a beautiful bike, man. Incredible how these things don't really hold their value, though. I think everybody say, yeah, all Harleys have that problem, but that Lowrider ST, it's incredible how you can get a steal on that thing. So, right, here we are. That's just this exhaust. But it's going to be the gunmetal finish with the black end caps. So that's really what I'm going to get out of this bike. And it's a big, to me, these Reinhardts, just a slip-on muffler, very impressive for what it is. So listen to that. And now, you come over to my other bike, and this is what I said, I got to give this thing some more loving, more flair, because right now it just isn't that exciting. And it just isn't making me want to ride the bike because it doesn't have the noise. So let's just this bike here. It is in gear, so I'm going to have to get it out of gear if I can get it out of gear. Can we? Because this is when they're not running. There we go. So that's in this one here. So, I mean, it's nice. Not bad. But I mean, come on. Over here. There's no better feeling going down the road in this type of motorcycle and getting that joy out of this thing just humming down the road. So, wow, everybody. All right, that's it for now on this. Try to get the girl's reaction when she comes back in this afternoon and get the see what she says. And then the big news for her is going to be Prince. It's going to be the dog that she truly loves, that I bought in November of last year. Is now back home, and I'm back to an 8-dog family. Wow. And you know what? this Brio grill, oh my gosh, I love this thing. I'm grilling every night off of it. And it's so much better than the one I had because it doesn't capture the smoke and blow it all in your face. And I really think in the winter months with this base right here that, you know, I think it's maybe crazy, but I don't know. It probably, yeah, I don't think I could put it inside here. The fumes, I think it'd be kind of dangerous to have an inside burn. But anyways, whole point is, love this thing, highly recommend it. And I think this is the thing that you take care of it, it'll last 20 years. I think this is a 20-year purchase. I'd say 10 at least. All right, where's everybody? Well, that hit me like a brick in the head. I can't use my tag. I don't think, because this is not my name, everybody. So she'll also have to renew and order a whole new tag. So that's what we'll have to do. And but you know, I was just looking at the Gremlin bell. You know what that is? The Gremlin bell. I'm talking about before. It's a little Gremlin bell underneath the Vikings. You attach it for good luck. For hopefully, and somebody else buys it for you. So there you go on that, everybody. Oh my gosh, projects. All right, you know what's crazy, everybody? Look how many Florida tags I have. You don't imagine that one of these I could use. I'll have to call the DMV down there and ask them. So
at the same
we'll
time,
see.
I feel like, you know, my